Hi, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Stardew Therapy, where we talk about everyday issues and hopefully you find some parts of it relatable no matter where you are and who you are. We all can come together as a community to, if you have been through this before, you can share your experience and how you overcome it or even manage it. And we all can learn together and hopefully comfort one another and get better overall, hopefully. So today is a very special day. We have a viewer that submitted his or her problem. Let me just read it out. Hello, I've been struggling with low self-esteem for a while. I honestly don't remember a time where my self-esteem was at a healthy level. It has affected my romantic relationships and friendships severely, and I was wondering if you could talk about it in your next video. I've been trying to fight my intrusive thoughts for a while, and when I think it's getting better, it comes back. I hope you feel better from COVID. So, I have COVID a few days back, so thanks for, talking about this. I recovered from it and yeah. So that's it. I mean, I'm feeling very, very much better. And I kind of get where you're coming from. For me, self-esteem issues has been there since young. And I'm also still fighting intrusive thoughts until now. I think the biggest issue here really is, I don't know, it's just this. It has happened. It's there since a very, very young age, and even until now, it's still there. Which is, I don't know when this will be over. Never, perhaps never. And it's kind of worrying, isn't it? Because it's affecting your social relationship and your romantic relationship. I think for me, right, it affects my romantic relationship a bit more. I remember the times where I mean at a time when everybody, perhaps in, I suppose it's in high school or elementary school. So for the UK folks, it's secondary school and primary school, right? Where everybody is very passionate, everybody is getting into relationship. You are young, horny, I suppose, and everybody is getting into relationship, while I am just, I am passionate as well, and I have a lot of energy, and I want to get into relationships, but I just can't, because I'm just too awkward, and I have so low self-esteem that I don't even believe that I can get a relationship. I overthink things, I overthink signals. I mean, when you're young, you just don't know, right? You just think, is she interested in me? Is she not? I have no idea, zero. And just becomes such a negative spiral, you just keep overthinking to the point where you just, I don't know, I just couldn't take it anymore. I can't even stand the fact to like I don't know, make any advances at all, because I can't, because it's just so emotionally distressing, I suppose. There's so much emotional stress from that, and I hope nobody feels that way. And if you feel that way, I don't know, I'm sorry about that. It's challenging, man. I feel that when I was young, right, I mean, I don't have that much of a experience emotionally wise. I'm not that mature yet. Oh my god, looks so nice. Is there anything that I can buy? Hi, grandpa. So feisty. Let me just find a place to buy stuff. Yeah, I kind of got on a tangent. Let me just take a look at it for now. I mean, it's a festival, man. I need to buy something. Plus 2 mining. Is there anything that I can buy? I want to buy a tree. Buy is fine. I don't want to waste any money. Yeah. So let me just stand here and walk, and I can talk. Take an opportunity to talk. So, at a time when everybody they are finding relationship, it was very challenging because of all this overthinking, negative thinking, thinking that I can't, I mean, she's not interested at all, I'm too ugly for it. And it's challenging, man. It's challenging because I think it just paralyzes me. I couldn't even make any advances, and those that I have like potential in, I have like hope of getting together. Eventually it just falls apart because I don't know how to, I don't have the confidence to seal the deal, so to speak. I have no idea how to go from step 0 to success, where I can, like, you know, usually the process is you meet a person, you hang out, you talk through phone, then as you develop more relationship, you hang out more, then you ask her out and all these things. I was clueless. I have no idea. And a lot of people learn through experience, right? They are daring, they take this kind of leap of faith, and eventually they figure out how to form relationships like this. And I'm just too afraid to form any kind of relationship. And only in the later years in college, I kind of learned that I need to do all these things, like the exact steps I need to do. Talk to them through text, messages, hang out more. Then once you develop a kind of feeling, then you ask them out. But even then, right, in college, it was still very challenging because when I try to talk to the person face to face, I stutter, I have so much anxiety, and when she don't reply fast enough, or when the emotions I get from her is not the one that I'm looking for, it really deflates me a lot. And I kind of see these kind of things happening in my friendships as well, because I mean, it doesn't affect my friendship that much, so I suppose mine is not severe as yours. I still am able to develop friendships. I have a lot of good friendships and good friends, but I find myself starting as an extrovert, you know, wanting to share a lot when I was young, becoming an introvert because of my self-esteem issues, insecurities. Because now whenever I share things, talk about things, right, I want to make sure that people laugh. I want to make sure that people acknowledges it's interesting enough for them to react to it. If I share something that nobody reacts to and they just like move on to the next conversation, oh my god, it's discouraging, man. It deflates me. So I don't share that much. I listen more nowadays, and I think parts of it is because of these low self-esteem issues. And this also carries over to, like what I mentioned, right, my romantic relationship, where it can be hard trying to get all these signals and everything. And I kind of learned that the best way to go is just to ask a person whether she's interested or not, and not go through all these kind of like mind games and whatever. Yeah. So, you know, I suppose you have some parts that are relatable, and all these intrusive thoughts where it's like when you're pursuing a girl, it's like, oh, you're not good enough, she don't like you, she likes somebody else and all these things. Wait, is that? Just let me know when you're ready to compete. Are we playing some games? Are you ready to pass it? I'm sorry guys, this is gonna be going on a tangent. I'll try my best. I'll try and finish this game as early as possible, but stick with me. I know, this is like... we are going on a tangent, sorry. But let me just finish this game and we can continue talking. Must catch a fish here from this hole. But I don't have a fishing rod. Do I have it? Begin. Wait. Okay. Wait, let me... Okay, so where were we again? Yup. So, you know... Oh, okay, I can't talk and play at the same time. Please let me entertain you by fishing for a moment. And I'm sorry to the person who submitted the problem. I hope it doesn't annoy you, because this is very difficult. You know, I wish to talk about it in the entire run and not deviate at all, but sometimes the game just wants you to deviate, and I'm absolutely atrocious at fishing. Please give me an easy one. They have fishes already. God damn it, I'm terrible. Look at this. I'm disparaging myself. What? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, since you are just getting algae, okay, I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna screw it. I'm just gonna continue talking about the problem. Okay, never mind. There's a chance. There's a chance. At least one. At least. Oh my god. Got one. At least one. It's not a. It's not so terrible, right? We at least got one. Okay, let me get one more. This is hard. This is hard. How do I even catch these, man? How is that possible? Let's screw it, man. Screw it, screw it. Screw it. I can't do anything else. I mean, okay. Sorry about it. Sorry for this poor performance. Oh, that's a lot of fish. The smell. I thought he was reacting to my poor performance. Oh, what's going on? Really, with 5 big fishes. Oh, of course, the fisherman gets the win, right? What's the price? Well, that's it for the years of... Okay. That's over. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. Let me just get... Let me just sell some of these things first. Okay. So you can probably go to sleep and we can just talk on at our bed. Yeah. So where did I left off? Yep. So it is still pretty challenging in a sense where like when I try to talk to people in college, when I try to pursue someone, I think the anxiety is still there. The constant negative thoughts and just self-doubt. It's pretty difficult to manage. I think even as I become, I don't know, I become more emotionally mature, then I thought like, oh, this should be easy, right? I know the steps to developing a relationship. It should be easy. But it is still there because I feel that partly is because I don't have a experience. It's my first time approaching someone, advancing and committing to it, in college. And I can still remember how paralyzing it was when I walk up to the person and when I tell the person, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was stuttering. It was so embarrassing. And I mean, we went out, but then like, I don't think we were compatible. But at least it was a learning experience. But it's still quite challenging though, because I don't know. I don't want to go through all this experience. I'm too afraid. And I'm quite sure some of you feel that way as well. And all these intrusive thoughts just keeps coming back, right? I think for me, at the beginning when I'm studying, I mean, all these intrusive thoughts happens, through events, a lot of triggering points that triggers this kind of intrusive thoughts. And I think in high school or secondary school, it was really bad. But then in college, I become, I suppose, more stable. It doesn't happen that much. There isn't a lot of triggering events. So it subsided. But then sometimes it will come back again. Through specific events, like perhaps like what I mentioned, right? When I try to pursue someone, or when people are interested in me, or just talking to my friends, meeting new people can be very challenging as well. Not knowing where they are interested, whether they like you or not. Like as a friend, when they show different emotions, it can be very hard for me to interpret, because I found out about it, while I was doing a general, I don't know, personality test for a job interview, and they were showing different faces with different emotions. And there was this person that was scowling, like their eyebrows is like in a very angry kind of look, like frustrated. And the person asked me, the test asked me to choose it's like a multiple choice question. And like, is he angry? Is he whatever, whatever? Then I chose he was angry. Then I got it. I mean, it's not I got it wrong, but the test result says that I can overinterpret certain emotions. The person who was scowling might be just having a bad day. They might be tired. They might have like hit their foot on some hard object, and they're not angry at you. So you can misinterpret this kind of situation. Then I know. Then it made me realize it's like, yeah, this is an issue, right? I mean, I know this, but when you have somebody tell you that, you realize it at the end of the day. Then it's like, I need to work on this issue, isn't it? All this misinterpretation, constant intrusive thoughts, overthinking, and at one point I think it kind of broke me, and I started to find help. And one thing, I don't know how I jumped, how I got into it, but I started meditating. I think at the beginning when I had a counselor, he kind of recommended me to use like the Headspace app, but I just didn't get into it. But then one thing or another, I was watching YouTube, I was looking up resources, and I just stumbled upon videos of people like meditation, people who teaches meditation. They talk about mental health as well. And it was through these videos that got me back into the meditation app, the Headspace app. And it really helped a lot because I've done it for 2 years, and I stopped now because I don't know. Once I stop my habit, it can be very hard to get back. But as much as I haven't done it for quite some time, and I try to get back into it, but work makes it very tiring for me to do it. But I know that I mean it's not very tiring, right? Once I get into a habit of it, it gets better. But I've gone on a tangent. I need to talk about the benefits of this because it definitely helped a lot during the 2 years of meditating, right? And stopping, thinking that it wasn't helpful at all, and realizing that, dang, the benefits is so much that I can feel the difference when I stop. What the benefits is essentially, you are meditating not because you are stopping all these emotions. It teaches you and teaches your mind like a muscle, because your mind is like a muscle, your brain is like a muscle, where it teaches you this habit of observing your own intrusive negative thoughts and emotions. You're observing it from a kind of third party perspective, a very objective perspective. And through this observation, when these intrusive thoughts and emotions happen, you're observing it, you're not letting it control you, you're not letting it affect you, you're not establish any form of connection, you're just looking at it. And through this observation, right, you're kind of diminishing its power over you, its negative impacts over you. And through this observation, you learn that, you know, this has no power over you, it doesn't affect you. And through logical reasoning, while you're observing, you know that this is not true, this is illogical, because it's true, right? I mean, all of us deep down know that these are illogical. Some parts of it is illogical. I mean, no matter how ugly you are, somebody will still find you pretty attractive. And some people don't look at your face at all, they just look at your personality. That's one example. So a lot of these things are, most of the time, 99% of the time, is pretty much illogical. You are just disparaging yourself because you have low self-esteem. And it's through this meditation exercise where you develop the habit of, whenever a triggering point happens, this intrusive thoughts comes in. As you get better at it, you are able to identify it when it hits you. And you know, that's 2 years in, I was able to catch it when it hits me, you know. Sometimes these kind of thoughts just enter your head, right? And I think at the beginning it was, I can catch it now and then. But then as 1 year goes by, I get more and more proficient at it. I can catch it every time. And I was able to observe it and not let it affect me. it's like a rainy day, you know, you're just observing the rainy clouds passing by. And once it passes by, the sky is as clear as the day, right? I mean, the clouds are just passing by only. So it's more of like just being a observer. And this allows you to not get so rattled. And that was what really helped me a lot. That's why I was pretty much stable during college. And then I feel that what really derailed my meditation habit was whenever there are new life events that happens, it kind of shakes things up and destroys this habit. Because I mean, after I graduated, work started happening. It was so incredibly stressful. I have a lot of anxiety, and this habit just got thrown out the window. As much as it helps me, I mean, at the same time, it can be pretty challenging to hold yourself together when your mind is falling apart, you know. And perhaps I didn't do it as much or train enough to be able to withstand all this anxiety, right? I mean, I would expect that I have the ability to handle it. But sometimes it's okay. I think it's because of my expectations, thinking that 2 years in, I should be able to handle everything. It's through these kind of expectations that causes these problems, thinking that I can handle it. But actually, sometimes even through meditation, when big life events, catastrophe happens, you will still lose it. You still feel very stressful. If the girl rejects you, you can still go ballistic and you can go crazy. But that's how life is, right? I mean, it's not a silver bullet, but at least it helps you to some. Hey, is that a UFO on the screen? Okay, anyway, it helps you to some extent. It helps you in your daily life, in this kind of daily intrusive thoughts. And of course, once you do it, have done it enough, you might be able to manage even more severe cases of this kind of catastrophe situation, right? But if it happens, and you shouldn't feel discouraged by it, and that was something that happened to me, because I mean, all these kind of big events happening kind of derailed me, right? And I felt very discouraged afterwards. So I suppose this session I learned something. Maybe I should just get back into meditation again. But it helps. And if you have tried it before and you think that it didn't help you because you can't sit there and meditate, right? Perhaps I can share my experience with this, like regarding this. Is I also had the same issue where my first counselor recommended me this Headspace meditation app. I didn't get into it, and I feel that it's a matter of the right medium, the right story, the right purpose, the right motivation, and the right time. What this means is that you need to constantly seek out different teachers, different sources, different formats. And when you find that right format, teacher, and motivation at the right time, you will get into it. You just have to keep trying, because sometimes the app to you does not like, I don't know, does not relate. You don't feel that it does not, you don't feel that motivated to meditate through the app. Perhaps you need a physical session. Perhaps you need a friend to guide you. Perhaps you need a one-to-one coach to guide you. Or perhaps you need a book instead to teach you how to do it. So all of us have different preferences, and you just need to keep exploring, and eventually you'll find that right format to lead you into meditation. And once you are let in, it becomes easier to consume other kind of sources to help you become better at managing your emotions through meditation. And all these concepts becomes easier to adopt, and you don't feel that, like, I mean, it's kind of an issue, isn't it, at the start, where all these intrusive thoughts happening when you're meditating, you get a lot more anxious because of just meditating, right? It's more of trying to find the right sources to guide you, and eventually you'll find it if you keep trying. Hopefully all of this makes sense. And I'm so sorry for the tangent. It started fishing in the middle, and I'm quite sure this video has exceeded the usual 20 minutes. I get a bit too self-conscious about that sometimes. yeah, hopefully everything sounds coherent, and I try my best to explain what are my thoughts. And hopefully, 3 to 4 years in to doing this, I can become more eloquent because I still find myself trying to articulate. And it's not that English is not my first language. English is my first language. If you didn't know that, it's just that we speak with an accent. I mean, in my country, we English and our I suppose our mother tongue language, which is like if I'm Chinese, I speak Mandarin. If I'm Malay, I speak Bahasa Melayu. If I'm Indian, I speak Tamil. So our first language, we have two first language, which is our English and our mother tongue language. So it's not that I can't speak English. It's just that I have problems articulating. It's a different sets of skills. I can write well, but talking is another thing that I have to grapple with. Finding the right words. Not constantly saying things like, you know, that kind of annoys me when I watch my videos again, like when I'm editing. I can even catch it in my head now when I say like. So that's pretty annoying, but I've gone on a tangent again. But I hope this was useful for you, and I'm sorry if the middle part was a bit distracting to the viewer that submitted his or her problem. But once again, if you are new here, there's a Google form in the description below where you can submit your problems. You don't have to write your name at all. We can talk about it in the next video, and hopefully through this through this sharing, the community can come together and share their experience as well. And thanks for watching, and please share this with anyone that feels that is useful. Share this with your friends so that our community can keep growing and can get more help, get more experienced people coming in to help one another. So I shall see you all next time.